Good afternoon, everybody. I have got fans. It is hot today. I'm sure everybody knows. It's 100 degrees here, so I'm going to put my mic on. Fans going crazy. So, how's everybody doing on today, which is Monday? I'm having an amazing day. Luna, no. Oh, hold on. Luna, out! Come on! Puppy problems. So today, this is an important topic because I have found through my coaching that we really doubt our real, inspirational power. I just have found this time and time again that the older we get, the more we realize sort of our impact that we have on our family members and things like that. But sometimes, you're in your 40s or 50s before you start really realizing how much influence you actually could have had over your immediate household, your family members and your immediate friends. Hi, say hi when you pop on. So if you don't know me, my name is Jeray Pearson and I am a holistic health and women's empowerment coach. And so this topic comes up time and time again for me because like I was saying, we don't really believe in our own abilities really to coach our immediate surroundings. So I believe that we're all have the capacity to be amazing coaches and empowering people to our family members and to our friends and to the people that we love. And a lot of the times we aren't sure really where our role is in that. And so that's what I want to talk about today. So I'm talking about family members in your household as well as in your surrounding life, because it does ripple out. But I'm going to focus on our immediate family members. And I'm sort of looking at this like I'm here to sort of speak for people in your life that need you, because believe it or not, whether it's a spouse or a child or anybody in our immediate household, they need us a lot more than people let on. So I've found, I've grown a lot in the last couple of years, especially. Can you guys hear me okay? I hope you guys can hear me okay with all my fans going on. But I've found in my own growth that the people that are really closest to me are impacted the most by my growth. And in the beginning, it takes a little bit of time to really start seeing it. But after you've been at it for a while, so now me being a couple years now, you really can start to see how it's affecting, Luna, come here, how it's affecting everybody. Hi there. On a real deep level, because we are the people in our immediate lives they naturally will look up to us. We look up to each other. Luna, come here. We find admirable qualities in each other, and that's even how we kind of base our own personalities off of. So we are a constant reflection of the people in our life, and vice versa. Luna, come here. I might have to put the dog out. I was letting them. Sounds like UPS. But anyway, so the main thing, don't underestimate your impact, because that's the biggest mistake that I think that people make, especially in a parenting situation. We really. I'm starting to be at that empty nest age where our oldest is turning 20 and my youngest is turning 12. And so, I can feel that real loss of time, and that, I wish I could go back and be a better parent, right? All of those feelings. Maybe I should have another baby because then, I do it right this time or whatever. Those are all things that we kind of go through later on in life. And so that's what inspired this video. I really, I do wish that years ago as a parent that I would have realized how much, we always hear it that the kids are watching us. But it's not just that. It's not just that they're watching our actions and implementing our actions. It's that they're watching us on our growth journey in life and implementing that into their own life. So when we have our own expectations for ourselves, we start a wellness journey, like a health and wellness growth journey, that in itself is a lesson for the people in our life. So not everybody in this world, as you can probably tell, rush out to buy, self-development books. Some of my least popular posts are, "Hi, Wendy." Some of my least popular posts are the posts where I'm really calling people out on, some of our just well-known personality flaws, that we have. People don't really necessarily want to look at some of that. And so but I believe that the more we lead, so we become, we grow within ourselves, and we are able to then lead, which, leaders, and I looked up the definition of what a leader is today, and it is literally just somebody who leads. That's the entire definition of a leader, pretty much. But I was thinking about this, and we tend to lead in the areas that we're strong, but any areas that we kind of doubt ourselves or we don't really feel strong in, we don't step up and lead in those areas, even sometimes when it would be very helpful and convenient for us to do so. But a true leader is able to recognize the places that are that we're weak in, and where that strength is needed, and we grow in those areas in order to be able to lead, right? And this is, for business or anywhere, we lead where we're strong, but sometimes we need to lead in areas that we're not super strong in life. And this is it in parenting. This happens all the time. We don't really realize even where we're needed to be strong at until, that situation happens and we have to step up. And so the reason that I'm an empowerment coach and a life coach and trying to get people to start growing more is because of that ripple effect that it has over your entire family. It changes lives. So, yes, I encourage you to grow, but I also encourage you to look around you and see the real reasons why you're needed, why your growth is necessary, because we can't continue, I believe, in this society, we can't continue to tell ourselves that someone else has that. We just live in this society where people don't really want to be the one to actually make the effort to change. And we hear this a lot, that, it starts in the home, whether it's education starts in the home, or, whatever it is starts in the home. And I was a kid who didn't have a lot of parental support. So I didn't, it didn't start in the home for me. It started elsewhere. And I needed people outside of my immediate household to lead me, to really show me how to be a good adult when I grew up, and all of those things. And so I'm encouraging more people to take on more of a leadership role with their family members, as well as when you see that other people need that. And I'm not talking about being an overbearing control freak in your life and, trying to fix everything for everybody. That's not at all. That's actually kind of the opposite of what I'm talking about. Because leaders aren't dictators, right? Dictatorship is not leadership. Leadership is leading by example, inspiring, as opposed to dictating. So that means you have to start doing some of the work yourself, and then letting other people see that, that you're willing to admit that you're not always right about everything, or that you're not perfect, or that you can grow. Being able to say you're sorry sometimes is extremely inspirational to people. Showing a little bit of vulnerability in your relationships is super inspiring to people, and that alone teaches other people how to communicate better in their lives going forward. And so when you're a parent, that's just paramount as far as the lessons learned in just being able to admit when you're wrong. And so that's what a leader is. A leader is somebody that is continually aware that there are eyes on them, and that they are they have the power to be life-changing by their inspiration and by their actions. And we all do. We all have the ability through our own actions to inspire the masses to change things, things that we don't like about the world. It's much more effective, in my opinion, to inspire, to show yourself as the change and inspire change, as opposed to pointing out character flaws or criticizing or belittling or bashing each other. So, be the role model and then let people follow that example. And I could go on for days about this topic because, really it has to do with so much more than this. So the main thing is understand your real importance in the world, that your support and leadership is needed but everywhere, all over the place, from all different areas in your life. And the more open you are to being a leader and to stepping in to that role, the more you'll see the people who need you. And I'm not talking energy suckers. In a really healthy way, you can do this. I don't want anybody to be taken advantage of or any of that. I'm talking with clear boundaries and all of that. But being a leader and being okay with being a leader sometimes, and knowing that there's just going to be some times that we have to step up in our life to be something for someone else who needs us. When it comes to our immediate family members, though, this is overlooked a lot, and I see this in my coaching. Sometimes it takes like a big situation or a big blow-up argument or a diagnosis of something or whatever for us to change, for us to make big changes in our life as far as our health and wellness goes. And it doesn't have to be that way. When it comes to health and wellness, all of us parents want our kids to have healthy habits, to have self-love and to take care of themselves and not get themselves into situations that are unhealthy and all of this. But we're a lot of the times not leading by example in this regard. So we're not really eating clean most of the time, which shows sort of a disconnect with self-love. So when our kids, I teach health-focused mindset when it comes to nutrition. So, the more you can learn to love yourself and admire and respect yourself, the easier it is to implement the healthy habits. And it's the same thing that I teach with my kids. So I'm trying to teach my kids, to really care about themselves to the point that they don't want to harm themselves, that they don't want to put themselves in harmful situations, and on and on. So I'm teaching my kids the same thing because it's so important to me, but it doesn't do any good if I'm, not doing it with them. If I'm not leading by example, if my kids don't see that I care about myself first, and that I'm taking care of myself with my self-care routines and the way that I eat and some of those things. If my kids aren't seeing that consistently over time, then I'm just a hypocrite if I'm trying to teach them, health and wellness routines. And so those lessons never really work, right? That's not, you don't lead by being hypocritical. That's not the leadership qualities we're looking for here. But in order to lead in a healthy way, hi guys! In order to lead, you have to be real with yourself about what you're actually doing, and this is where we lose a lot of people. This is when you have to stay consistent in your own routines and you have to do the work yourself. that's, that's what trips people up. It's not the thing that people tend to be excited about in the beginning, but it's so worth it. So now in my life, I have lost 80 pounds in my journey years ago. Started my own business coming from kind of a wallflower personality, being very timid. Started my own business, have done just a lot of things outside of my comfort zone. And I tell you what, I bring my kids along for the ride with me. My growth is also an opportunity for me to teach them that it's okay to grow. The growth mindset model, really, that you might not have succeeded yet, but it just hasn't happened yet. And if you work hard enough at it, then you're going to succeed at that. And so in all areas of my life, I try and teach my kids that. So with health and wellness, it's been the same thing. If I am eating clean for a while and then I fall off, it's okay to let my kids in on that and be like, man, this has been really challenging for me. I just am really struggling with this, because the struggle in itself is the lesson. A lot of the times, just the struggle that other people watch you go through is the lesson. And so we have to be proud of this. We have to be proud of our own growth, own our starting points, wholeheartedly, unapologetically own where we've been, and where we're starting at. And then every baby step, celebrate the shit out of it. Freaking celebrate every growth that you have, so that your kids and your spouse and everyone else can get in on that high a little bit, and then themselves start implementing the same types of habits and activities and routines, and then they're able to feel excited and proud of themselves for all of the growth, which is the journey of it, which is just as important, right, as the end point. So I hope that this is helping somebody to understand that we are needed by our friends and family members, whether they tell us we are or not, or whether they even know that they need us or not. How many times have we been in a situation where we just need somebody to sort of make a decision and lead the group? Like when you're having family get-togethers, or you're in any type of environment, there's usually one or two people that are sort of running the show, that are kind of the ones who are like, okay, let's get this going over here, and let's get this going over there, and let's get that going over there. And you can sort of pinpoint in your family who typically those people are. It's kind of funny when you think about it, because you'll be able to pinpoint kind of who those people generally are. And it goes along with their confidence level usually, and their skill sets. They know that they're pretty good at organizing. They know that they can, that they're butt kickers and they can get stuff done, or whatever it is. And so those are traits that we can all take on a little bit and start showing people that we're not, that we're not done. We're not staying steady. We're not just plateaued here in life. We can continue to grow, and it inspires everybody around us to grow. So just remember that the health and wellness journey, the process, the step-by-step process in itself is a learning tool for the people around you. So we can't be timid and not grow in our life and expect the people around us to grow. We're inspiring each other here, and I'm just going to leave it at that. We're inspiring on a massive scale when we choose to be. And so you all have the power to inspire the people in your life to make big changes. And if you have immediate family members that aren't healthy, that are continually kind of gaining weight, or they're battling autoimmune diseases and gut issues, or any of that, depression, anxiety and depression, these are all issues that you can inspire you can inspire change with them. And so reach out to me if you need any sort of guidance on how to deal with any of those issues with people. And then as far as the health goes with the nutrition, every client who comes to me battles the nutrition when it comes to their family members, you know, implementing new routines and changing out foods and things like that. And so the nutrition, just like everything else, takes consistency and not being hypocritical. And, you know, like, you can't force your kids to eat kale and then go hide in the closet and eat a candy bar. You know, like, there's just a way you can do this that they will get through to them, and it's all through inspiration, 100% through inspiration. And you have that power to do that, to leave a huge legacy. I think about legacy a lot in my life, because I think about what do I want to teach my kids, you know, before I'm gone. And when I am gone, how do I want people to talk about me? You know, what do I want people to say? And one of the things I want to be is inspirational. You know, I want to make change. I want to make big change for people, and I want people to say that I impacted them in a positive way. You know, that's important to me. But we all have that power. We all have it. So you guys do as well. So let's be leaders, and where we're not strong, let's learn to be stronger in some of those areas, especially if we know that our kids or our spouse or our immediate family members need us to be strong in those areas. You know, for example, if my daughter battled some depression at like 11 years old, and I had to learn some skills, you know, in order to help her through that. So recognizing and then just doing it. So, all right. I have got an intensive 20-week holistic nutrition intensive for autoimmune health and weight loss starting day after tomorrow. And I am running a promo for the next 2 days, but you have to contact me. But it's a big discount, and it puts the price under $100 a month. But you have to see it in this video, and you have to contact me about that in order to get that rate. But we start on Wednesday with all of that. So I am, you know, it's 20 weeks long. So we talk all about this stuff, about the nutrition, how to implement the new habits and change your mindset. And then you're more able to coach your family members through some change within the household, and then long term that looks like healthier habits for everybody. So all right, talk to you guys later. Always holding space for you. Reach out to me if you need anything. I have one-on-one coaching position, like spot, available for the month of August. So if that interests you, for any, whether it's life coaching, empowerment, or holistic health and nutrition, get a hold of me and let me know. Talk to you guys later. Have a good day.